Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Nafs lexically means soul, the psyche, ego, self, essence, heart, or mind. In the Quran, the word nafs is used in two ways. The first way that the word nafs is used is to indicate our own self. Some people would translate it in English as self, and some people would translate it as soul. An example of this is when Allah Almighty says in the Quran, Nafsika fi rabbaka waskur, and remember your Rabb inside yourself. Surah number 7, verse number 205. A closer look into the Islamic concept of the nafs highlights the intricate and complex composition of the inner self. They are considered to be a single entity, although its state may change. The Quran describes the human soul nafs as possessing three potentials or degrees, which are present within it simultaneously. There are three types of nafs that are mentioned in the Quran. The first is Nafs al Ammarah, Bisu, the commanding soul. This is mentioned in Surah number 12, verse 53. The second is Nafs al Lawwamah, the soul that blames. This is mentioned in Surah 75, verse 2. And the third is Nafs al Mutmainnah, the soul at peace. This is mentioned in Surah 89, verse 27. So let's examine and understand these three types of nafs and souls in detail. The first type of nafs, al-nafs al-ammarah. An-nafs al-ammarah. Inna nafs al-ammarah bis-su'. Indeed, the nafs that overwhelmingly commands a person to do sin. Surah number 12, verse number 53. So this refers to that nafs which is ruling over the self. This means that the nafs commands us and tells us what to do. So when the nafs has any desires, any wishes, any appetites, it simply commands us and dominates us. Nafs al Ammarah is that nafs which is sovereign over a human being. It has sovereignty over us. What does that mean? That the nafs is sovereign over us if it is al Ammarah? It means that we are subjugated by it, that we are subordinate to it, that we are its slaves. We listen and follow all the dictates and commands. This is the type of nafs. And the sign that a person has this nafs is that they sin willingly, blatantly, remorselessly, in any way they want. And if we think about it, in many places in the West, this concept is actually glorified because people say you should do whatever makes you happy, do whatever pleases you, do whatever your heart desires. They may glamorize that by saying that it is the heart, whereas it is not the heart. In actuality, there are many people, whether in the East or West, even Muslims now, that are doing what their passions desires. So that means that they have or we have a nafs al Ammarah. Satan is considered the ally of this soul or this nafs. He promises it great rewards and gains, but these are merely lies and falsehood. A good analogy of this position can be drawn here. At this stage, the person is like a kingdom in chaos. where the citizens are habits, desires, fears, moods, impulses, and egoism, and all clamor for attention and satisfaction, and the self is a slave to them, pulled this way and that in response to their demands. In order for one to gain control of oneself from this position, the nafs has to be trained by subduing it to temperance. This could possibly explain, surely explains, why Muslims are asked to fast during the month of Ramadan, to tame the nafs by exercising moderation and restraint with regards to the human carnal desires. Islamic moral values, if applied correctly, prevent a person's soul from reaching this position. The second type of nafs, al-nafs al-lawwamah. Al-nafs al-lawwamah. وَلَا أُقْسِمُ بِالنَّفْسِ اللَّوَّامَةِ. And I swear by the reproaching soul. Surah number 75, verse number 2. Lawwam here means to self-incriminate, to self-reproach, to blame oneself. This is that nafs that sometimes brings a person to do sin. But then, that nafs self-incriminates itself, it reproaches itself, it feels bad, it feels guilty. Then this guilt increases so much so that the person leaves those sins because he feels guilty about them. So the sign that people have such a nafs is precisely that when they commit a sin, they feel remorse and regret. They feel guilt, they feel shame, they feel embarrassment. They wish they could take it back. They may even intend at that moment to never do that again. So they are fighting a battle with their nafs. Sometimes they commit a sin and sometimes they are able to stay away from sins. The nafs is conscious of its own imperfections. It does not move erratically from impulse to impulse. Desires are processed via thoughts in order to gain some sort of control. This nafs is engaged in thought-provoking questions, lest it strays into the territory of the Nafs al Ammarah bisu. At this level, there is an inner struggle going on with itself. The individual struggles with their inner self, trying to guide it towards obedience of God, of Allah. The concept of this struggle is referred to by Muslim scholars as greater jihad. The greater jihad being the inner battle. Islamic education by means of correct tarbiyah, which means individual development, disciplines this nafs into taking control of itself by increasing remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and training it in order for it to reach the next stage, which is the stage of the Nafs al-Mutmainnah. The third type of nafs, al-Nafs al-Mutmainnah. Al-Nafs al-Mutmainnah. Ya ayatuhal nafsul mutmainnah irji ila rabbika radiyatan mardiyah. To the righteous it will be said, O reassured soul, return to your Lord, well pleased and pleasing to him. Surah 89 verses 27 to 28. Almighty Allah addresses the Nafs al-Mutmainnah. And mutmain here means two things. They are mutmain, meaning they are content with the hukum of Allah Almighty. There is nothing else that makes them happy. Mutmain means that the nafs has reached a state of serenity, the serene, contented, tranquil, at peace nafs. Obviously, the peace here means that it has aman, safety, and itminan, contentment. from doing sins as well as from desiring sins. Once the nafs of an individual reaches this stage, it could be considered as perfect. Therefore, it could be said that this is the aim of the Islamic educational process on the spiritual dimensions of a person. This nafs is tranquil. It rests on the certitude of God. The nafs is calm and awaits the promise of Allah. Its owner is content with everything and has arrived at such a stage of certainty that it is almost as if it can see the will of Allah in all the aspects of life. It waits for its time of departure from this relative physical world into the everlasting reality of life after death without fear. It submits itself to the will of Allah contentedly, never dissatisfied or complaining, and with its faith never wavering. With this, we come to the conclusion of our video of today. Each of these stages of the nafs signifies a phase change within the human being. Each stage incorporates a wide range within itself, and the spiritual practices, the ritual requirements, the contemplative aspects, the ethical imperatives, and the metaphysical teachings of Islamic education are designed to transform the inner structure of the nafs. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الكريم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon for notification of new videos. Please do like, share and comment. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair.